Good morning. So today we shall uh, look into the frequency response analysis using Bode plot. So previously we have done the same frequency response analysis using polar plot as well as Nyquist plot, and today we shall discuss Bode plot. Okay, the concept will remain same. So here for any frequency response, we need to plot magnitude, that is m, and angle. Let me tell you. So we need to plot magnitude, okay, represented by m, and angle, okay, y, against the input frequency, against input frequency omega. So if you remember, in polar plot we used to provide the input frequency with a range of 0 to infinity, whereas in Nyquist plot we used to sweep complete right half of the S-plane. Depending upon the problem, we need to sweep complete right half of the S-plane from infinity to 0, 0 to minus infinity to infinity, and we used to check whether the system is stable or unstable. So what happens in Bode plot? So here also we plot magnitude as well as angle psi against the input frequency omega, and here we vary the value of omega from 0 to infinity. One the key difference here it is, we are using semi-log graph. In simple terms, the semi-log graph, let me show you. So let me drag the same. Okay, so I hope everyone has bought this graph, semi-log graph, and here in semi-log graph, the here we are going to plot the magnitude in dB, that is decibel, and phase angle in degrees against log omega. So that will be the input value. And if you see here, the x-axis is divided into logarithmic scale, so which is non-linear. So if you see this particular x-axis, okay, it's been divided as per logarithmic scale. Okay, and if you see the y-axis, it has been divided into linear scale. So if I represent this particular as x and this particular as y, so this is linear scale. Okay, and our input frequency will be represented with respect to x. And if you see the interesting part here, the distance between 1 and 2, that is the particular distance between, let me mark, okay, this 1 and 2, so it will be greater than 2 and 3. So if you check, 3 and 4 is little bit lesser than 2 and 3. So from 1 to 10 we have total 10 divisions. This complete distance, okay, we call it as decade. 1 decade. Okay, this is the terminology that we use. So this is also the same, from here to here it is a decade. Okay, so so that is 1 decade. And if you notice here, the value, the it has been start with 1. So the main reason, if you check, if you substitute, see, it could be 0.1, okay. If you substitute the value log 0, you will get log 0 as, if I substitute log 0, I will obtain it as minus infinity. So which is obvious that x-axis cannot be calibrated from 0, because we get it as minus infinity. So we can start mentioning the value, the smallest value as 0.01, or usually in our problem solving what we do, so we represent from 0.1 and this particular value as 1, okay. Just let me strike out this. So 1, and this is 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. So in our graph we usually represent our values starting with 0.1 followed with 1, and so this particular value will be 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and this particular is 1, and this will be 2, 3, 4, 10, and this will be 20, 30, each division 40, 100, and this particular value, can anyone tell me what will be the value of this one? So it is a decade. It will be 200, 300, 400, and now it is 1000. Can anyone try this? 1000, 2000, followed with 3000, 10,000. So 10,000 and this particular value will be 20,000. This is how you read this particular graph. So even in board plot, we used to draw two plots. The first one is magnitude, that is magnitude plot. So let me tell you. So first plot is magnitude plot, okay, where we represent our y-axis, the magnitude, in dB, and x-axis it will be log omega values. Similarly, we used to draw phase angle plot, okay, phase angle plot. So here x-axis will be the angle in degrees. So it will be g of j omega, and here it is g of j omega, if you consider it as an unit unit system, okay. And similarly y-axis will be the same, sorry, x-axis, that is log omega. So for this we need to plot both magnitude as well as phase angle plot for the input frequency omega, okay. Because if I vary, why we are using logarithmic scale, because if I vary the omega value from 0 to infinity, it is very difficult to accommodate that huge value in a linear graph. So that is why we are using the semi-log graph, where you can see that, see, our values we can represent till 10,000 lakh, okay. So that is the reason we are using this logarithmic scale. So I will repeat. See, you need to read this particular reading as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. And whereas, okay, the same measurement. So this particular value, this has first division, second in a decade we call this as a first, second, third, fourth, fifth division up to 10. And second, if you consider this the second division, that is second decade, again the first line will be first division, second division, third division, fourth division. So followed with, so the marking. So let me take you to the paint. So here it is lot more easy for me. So what I will do, let me delete these values. And I will just move this particular set of value in such a way that I can start with 0.1. So here this particular value I will consider it as 0.1. Okay, now what will be this? This particular value will be 0.2. Okay, so let me take so this is 0.1 followed with 0.2, see 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 till 1. So now the division will be 2, 3, 4, 5 till 10. And now the second division will be 20, 30, 40, 50 till 100. Now this second division 200. So don't get confused. This is how you will read this particular graph. And if this is the particular 1000, so since it is a logarithm plot, so this particular value will be 2000 followed with 3000, 4000 till 10,000. And this will be 20,000. The second division will be 20,000. So this is how you need to read the graph. I hope there is no doubt in understanding the graph. Now let me take you to the next topic, that is the important factors that will come in board plot. Okay, so that let me title it as basic factors. Basic factors. So the first factor will be gain k. Okay, the second factor, it will be the integral or derivative factor. Let me represent that, integral or derivative factor. So that is nothing but it could be s plus or minus 1. And the third factor, that is first order factor. So first order factor, it will be in the form of 1 plus ts plus or minus 1. And fourth one, that is second order factor. Second order factor, which will be in the form of 1 plus 2 zeta s by omega n plus s by omega n whole square. So this particular second order factor we have seen in the module 3. So what are these factors in your problem? For example, if I represent my first problem in the board plot, you can see here that will be g of s h of s, that is equal to 10 by, okay, s into 1 plus s by 1 plus 6s. Okay, now if you see, so this is the given problem. Okay, for this you need to represent the board plot, and you need to comment on the stability, as well as you need to identify the gain margin and phase margin. This will be the problem statement. Now if you see here, we have a gain k as 10, that is the first factor, and we have the integral factor, that is 1 by s, and again we have the first order factor, that is 1 plus s as well as 1 plus 6s, and we do not have the second order factor. In some problems you may get the second order factor. So this is what I meant, the basic factors, so that may appear in your problem. So it could be gain k, or the integral factor, that is s plus or minus 1, and first order factor, second order factor. And if you see the order, while considering the table, while forming a table in the problem, the order should be in this form. First we shall consider the constant or gain k, second the derivative factor, third it will be the first order, and the fourth is the second order factor. This is how we consider the order. Okay, now a more important thing is, I wanted to, yeah, so I request all students to take a screenshot of this. Okay, so here this table is nothing but the characteristics of logarithmic plot for the factors. Okay, here if you see, we have the first gain k. In case if k appears in our problem, we need to draw a horizontal line at the level of 20 log k. While explaining the problem, I will show what is that. Okay, next, if you find the factor, so this is, if you see, this is the second integral or derivative factor. It could be s raised to n or 1 by s raised to n. If this is the case, an inclined line passing through the point 0 dB 1 rps. Okay, so 0 dB will be the reference line, and 1 rps is nothing but radians per second, which will be in the x. See, 1 rps, so this particular, I will consider this as a 0.1, and this will be the 1, so that is 1 rps, the unit, that is the input frequency. Okay, so we need to draw an inclined line passing through the point. So you just remember this statement. While solving the problem, I will show how to draw this particular slope, that is plus 20 into n. So the formula, in case in our problem we get s raised to 1, what happens? Our slope will be the formula as 20 multiplied by n dB per decade. This will be the formula, and if I substitute 1, it will be 20 into 1, the final answer will be 20. What if I get s square in the problem? So 20 into 2, that will be 40 dB per decade. Okay, similarly, what if I get 1 into s square? So that is the third function. If you see here, if I get 1 into s square, then the sign will change, minus 20 into 2, that will be minus 40 dB per decade. Okay, so this particular slope has to be represented in the magnitude plot. Okay. Now, if I find the factor 1 plus ts, if I find 1 plus ts, what will happen? So, remember, if you want to get the corner frequency, here we have one more term. Corner frequency will be 1 by t. Okay. And the slope will be 20 dB. Okay. Similar way, if I get 1 by 1 plus ts, so again the corner frequency will be 1 by t, and if you see the slope, it will be minus 20 dB per decade. And we have one more second order factor. It will be corner frequency as omega n. So that will be plus 40 dB per decade. And please make a note of this. All the factors has to be in standard form. For example, if I tell you here 1 plus ts is a standard form. Sometime I may get as the factor as s plus 2. Is it a standard form? No. You need to convert this into a standard form. How? By taking 2 as a common. If I take 2 as a common, I will have 1 plus s by 2. What is the particular corner frequency? Then corner frequency will be 1 by t, nothing but 2. If you substitute 1 by t, t as 1 by 2, that will be corner frequency as 2. So let me show you that. See, for 1 by ts, the corner frequency is 1 by t. So the corner frequency formula is 1 by t. I am identifying for this particular equation s plus 2. What is the corner frequency for s plus 2? If I substitute, see, this is the standard form. What is the t value here? That is 1 by 2. 1 by 1 by 2. And the answer will be 2. That will be the corner frequency. And similarly for second order factor, it is 0 dB at the origin and said like till corner frequency. This part I will explain. Up to corner frequency 0 dB. After corner frequency, it will have the particular second order factor will have 40 dB per decade. So if you notice the integral factor, we had a formula that is 20 into n, and first order factor it is just 20 dB and minus 20 dB. Second order factor, it has been improved, that is plus 20 you need to add, that is 40 dB per decade and minus 40 dB per decade. And this factor, e raised exponential factor, we need to draw horizontal line at 0 dB. So this part we shall look when we are solving that particular problem. Okay. So let us start the first problem. So the problem statement is as follows. Students, please take down this problem and practice. That is, sketch the Bode plot of the transfer function that is equal to 10 by s into s plus 1 and s plus 5. Okay. Now this is the given problem. So what we need to determine? So here we need to determine the gain crossover frequency okay, and phase crossover frequency and followed with gain margin and phase margin and finally state the system stability. Here we need to identify what is the gain crossover, phase crossover, gain margin, phase margin, and we need to do the comment on stability. All this I will explain while solving step by step. Okay, here we have few steps to follow. First step is to considering the, let me start with solution. Okay, so let us consider the LM plot. So nothing but logarithmic magnitude plot. So here our first step will be considering the number of factors. Okay, I already mentioned you, if you check, we have total 4 factors. One is gain k, integral factor, first order factor, second order factor. In the given problem, if you see here, we have gain k, that is constant 10, and we have the derivative factor s, 1 by s, and first order factor, that is s plus 1 and s plus 5. Whereas s plus 5 is not in the standard form. What is the standard form of the first order factor? That is 1 plus ts. So it should be in that form. So the first step will be to rewrite the given problem in standard form. So that is g of s h of s, that is equal to 10 by s is in standard form as well as 1 plus s, followed with, if I want to write this particular factor, that is s plus 5 in standard form, simple, take 5 as a common outside. Then what will happen? 1 plus s by 5. If I take 5 as outside and I have 10 here and 5, so 5 1 2. So this will be the standard form. So finally I can write. So let me represent the individual factor in order. So I already mentioned what is that order. You need to first consider the k factor or constant as a first, followed with integral factor, and again followed with first order factor and second order factor. In the given problem we do not have the second order, so let us start writing in order. So that is nothing but my first order factor will be 2, and the second will be the derivative factor, that is 1 by s, followed with first order factor. Okay, so how to select the first order factor? Which one? Depending on the corner frequency. So for 1 plus s, okay, the corner frequency will be, if you check the table you will understand. See, if it is 1 plus or minus ts and we have 1 by 1 plus or minus ts, then 1 by t will be the corner frequency. So this is 1 plus s, sorry, let me write this as 1 by 1 plus s, and again it doesn't make any difference because for both it is a 1 by t. So the corner frequency is 1 by t. So here the 1 by t, the t value is 1. So our standard factor is 1 plus ts, 1 plus or minus ts, and the t is the coefficient. Here in the given it is 1, so I can substitute corner frequency as 1 by 1, that will be 1. So the corner frequency for 1 plus s is 1, and followed with we have the second term, that is 1 by 1 plus 1 by 5 into s. For understanding I will write in this form. Now for this the corner frequency will be, the formula is 1 by t, and here if you check 1 by t is nothing but t value is 1 by 5. So let me substitute 1 by 1 by 5. 5 will be the corner frequency. Now we need to represent in ascending order. So what will happen? So the factor which has less corner frequency will be the first, followed with the greater one. So the third factor will be 1 by 1 plus s, followed with the final factor 1 plus 1 by 1 plus s by 5. So total we have 4 factors. Okay. Now the next step is, in order to plot the magnitude plot, we need a table. So let me take the particular table. Okay, so I will be using this particular table in order to draw the magnitude plot. So here I will write a statement to draw combined LM plot each factor. So total 4 factor is there of the given transfer function should be tabulated in ascending order, and corresponding slopes are added. Okay, now I have made a statement, very clear statement. According to that, we have written here. So my first factor will be 2, and the second factor will be 1 by s. The third factor will be 1 by 1 plus s, and fourth factor will be 1 by 1 plus s by 5. So let me consider the first factor, that is 2, and see, for gain k, if you see the table, see, there is no corner frequency and there is no slope, but what it has, it is a horizontal line. Remember, the constant always it will be horizontal line, and it has to be represented by 20 log k. Okay, so that is horizontal line 20 log k is nothing but 2. Okay, if you identify with the help of your calculator, you will identify this as 6 dB. Okay, the value will be 6 dB. So here what will happen, at omega is equal to 1 rps, our magnitude plot will be 6 dB. Okay, so this representation I will show in the graph. Okay, so a horizontal line should be drawn at 6 dB with reference to the 0 dB. Okay, so the first factor is done. Second factor is, as I said, in the increasing order we need to write, that is 1 by s. 1 by s is the second factor, and again for 1 by s there is no let me add one more, I will just make a correction here. So here the first factor is 2, followed with the second factor is 1 by s, and I will add one more line. Okay, construction line. where I need to represent the corner frequency. So for these two, there is no corner frequency. So what is the slope if it is 1 by s? So let us check the table. See, this will be your reference table for considering the slope. If it is 1 by s, that is 1 by s raised to n, the formula is minus 20 into n dB per decade. So the slope will be minus 20 into n. N nothing but the degree, nothing but it is s raised to 1. So the final slope will be minus 20 dB per decade. Okay. And here let me make a statement. First line having slope of minus 20 dB per decade. So from where to where? Say from starting point, that is 0.1 RPS, to the corner frequency 1 RPS. See, this particular corner frequency will be identified from the next factor. What is the next factor? That is 1 by 1 plus s. So we already identify the corner frequency nothing but 1. So that is the statement we have written. So a inclined line with a slope of minus 20 dB per decade will be drawn from where to where? From the starting point 0.1 till 1 RPS. How we identified this 1 RPS? With reference to the next factor. And let us consider the slope. See, for this particular factor 1 by 1 plus ts, again the slope will be minus 20 dB per decade. And here what is the value? See, if you see the title, slope of combined magnitude plot in the frequency range. So we need to add the previous slope, that is minus 20 dB per decade and minus 20 dB per decade. We need to add that minus 20 minus 20. So we will get it as minus 40 dB per decade. See, this particular slope will be considered for 1 by 1 plus s factor. Okay. So now from where we will start? From where we left, that is from 1 RPS to where we shall identify with respect to the next. That is, the next factor is 1 by 1 plus s by 5. And what is the corner frequency? That is 5 is the corner frequency. Now I will fill till 5 RPS. And what is the slope? It will be minus 20 dB per decade. And here combined slope, you need to add minus 20 minus 40. Minus 20 minus 40, the total will be minus 60 dB per decade. And now the starting point will be 5 RPS. From 5 RPS to infinity. We don't have any other factor, so we will consider it as till infinity. Okay. So this will be the magnitude plot. We use this particular table to draw the magnitude plot. So let us consider the next, that is phase angle plot. This is the representation for magnitude plot. So let us move on. Let me consider the next. Okay. So that is phase angle plot. Now let me consider the problem g of s h of s, that is equal to 10 by s into 1 plus s followed with s plus 5. See, here need not to change to that particular value. So directly we can substitute. Let me consider s as j omega, g of j omega, h of j omega, and the angle condition for this particular value will be tan inverse of 0 by 10 minus tan inverse of, for this particular value will be omega by 0 followed with tan inverse of omega by 1 and tan inverse of minus omega by 5. I can straight away write it as this particular will be 0 and omega by 0 is infinity, that will give you 90 degree. So let me represent minus 90 degree followed with minus tan inverse of omega minus tan inverse of omega by 5. Let me consider the table first. Okay, let me copy this. Okay, so here what we do, we shall substitute the value of omega and identify the value of angle. Okay, so make sure you represent the corner frequencies and the first point. So here the first point in our semi-log graph always it will be 0.1. Okay, next we have the corner frequency 1 and 5. Okay, next I will give the values like 10, 100. Okay, you can also give 1000 also, no issues. I will let you know when to give 1000 and when to give 10,000. Okay, now you need to substitute this 0.1 as omega value here. You need to check what is tan inverse of 0.1 and what is tan inverse of 0.1 by 5. When you substitute 0.1, you will get particular angle. So the final angle I will write, so that is minus 96.8 followed with, if you substitute 1 here, tan inverse of 1, you will get an angle. So the particular angle will be minus 146.3, and if you substitute 5, you will get minus 213.6, and if you substitute 10, you will get minus 237, and finally if you substitute 100, minus 266.56. So let me substitute the last value as infinity. I will get it as the maximum, the last value infinity. If I substitute 90, that will be minus 270. So our angle will not move beyond minus 270, because by substituting omega as the final value infinity, I obtained the angle as minus 270. Yeah, students, by using these two values, so this is phase angle plot and this particular table is magnitude plot. By using these two table, we need to draw the board plot. Okay, so first I will show you how to draw the magnitude plot. So here for magnitude plot, the reference line will be 0 dB. Okay, so let me represent that. Before that, I will mark the value. So we have, if you check, see, the first step is to check what is the maximum slope that we are having in the table. If you check, that is minus 60 dB per decade is the maximum value. Okay, so this is the maximum value that we have in our table. I will start from that. So here please understand both magnitude plot as well as phase angle plot will be drawn in the same graph. Okay, you need to divide the semi-log graph into equal distribution. Okay, first half will be somewhere here and the second half will be the below. We will compare these two value in order to consider the gain margin as well as phase margin. So here, by looking at the problem in the table, the maximum slope, it is 60. So what I will do, I will start marking here 60. I will consider two division. Okay, you do the same, 60 followed with 40, 20 and 0. See this particular line, so this will be 0 dB line as a reference line. And followed with, okay, so the first point is 0.1 and the second is 0.2 and this is 1 RPS, okay, the unit. Next, what will be this? This will be 2, 3. Similarly 10, 20, 30. This is how you need to read. 100, 200, 1000, this is 2000, okay. 10,000, this is 20,000. So similar way you need to read the graph and you need to draw the magnitude plot. So if you see here, our slope is starting with minus 20 dB. Okay, let me write here minus 20 followed with minus 40 followed with minus 60 dB and all are negative. And you need to draw a construction line. Okay, let me write a construction line. Okay, from 20 and from 40 and from 60. This particular line is a construction line, and if you draw this construction line, and this particular line will have a slope of, okay, will have a slope of minus 60 dB per decade. Okay, followed with this particular line will have a slope of minus 40 dB per decade, and the first one will have a slope of minus 20 dB per decade. See, all will intersect at the point omega is equal to 1 RPS. Okay, so this procedure will remain same for all problems. So the first step is to draw the construction line. Okay, now let us start one by one. Let us represent the first, that is gain K. So if our gain K is, the value is 2, and here by considering we obtained that 6 dB, that is 20 log K is 6 dB. So here you need to represent, that is omega, at omega is equal to 1 RPS, you need to draw a horizontal line, that is 6 dB. See, omega is the particular value. Okay, this is the point, and now you need to consider, you need to check the division. Okay, what is the number of division? So here if you measure, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, so you have total 10 divisions. Okay, so 10 divisions and our value is 20, and each division will have, can anyone tell me what will be the each division's measurement? So that will be simple 2 divisions. Okay, 20 by 10, that will be 2 division, and so here 2, 4, 6. So let me zoom for you. Okay, so each division will have first 1, 2, 3. So this particular value will be 6. So for this particular line we need to draw a horizontal line. Okay, so let me represent that. So this we call it as 20 log k, nothing but 6 dB line. Okay, that will be our first step. Next what? By considering the second factor. So the second factor is 1 by s and the slope is minus 20 dB per decade. And here we need to draw a line with a slope of minus 20 dB per decade from 0.1 RPS to the corner frequency 1 RPS. Okay. The slope is minus 20 dB. So from where? So this is the 0.1. See, from 0.1 to 1 RPS with a slope of minus 20 dB per decade. So what will happen? You need to take the measurement. If you use that roller scale, it will be better. So what you do means take parallel to this particular line. You need to let me draw. You need to place your let me show you your roller scale in this parallel, and you should move perpendicular to that line, that is 20 dB line, and then you need to stop at this particular point and draw the line. So here what happens, let me show you. With reference to this 20 log k line, you need to draw a parallel line. So to the, let me draw that first. So this particular line, I will use a little bit thick line. Okay. Yeah. See, now if you see that thick line, that is from 0.1, see the starting point is 0.1 till 1 RPS, where we obtained that 20 log k line. So you need to draw parallel to the with reference to corner frequency 1. It has to stop here. See, from 0.1 to 1 RPS. That is the statement what we have made in the problem. If you see here, from 0.1 RPS to 1 RPS. Let us move on to the next. That is the factor 1 by 1 plus s will contribute minus 20 and the combined is minus 40. So it is starting from 1 RPS. So where we left? We left at 1 RPS and we need to continue till 5 RPS. And if you check, where is the 5 RPS? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me zoom it for you. Okay, now if you see, from here I need to draw parallel to 40 dB. So we have a construction line that is minus 40 dB per decade. So we need to draw that particular line. Let me see, I will be drawing parallel to that. Okay, so it will intersect let me extend this. that is 1, sorry, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me erase till 5, that is 4, 5 here. So you need to draw parallel so we have drawn a parallel to this minus 40 dB per decade, and finally from 5 RPS to infinity we need to draw parallel to this 60 dB. So I will just draw the parallel line. So I will extend till to this point, and I will consider this as an infinity. Now if you check, so let me use a different color. So this particular line, and the similar way I will use. So 3 different lines. You can see the first line will have a slope of minus 20 dB per decade, and the second line will have a slope of minus 40 dB per decade, and the third line will have a slope of minus 60 dB per decade, because we have measured with respect to, we have drawn with respect to this value, that is construction line. So this is all about constructing magnitude plot. In the similar way, we need to construct the phase angle plot in the same graph. Okay, for that we shall do the marking. Okay, our reference line for the phase angle plot will be, let me draw that. So that is minus 180 degree. So I will consider, so you can take here as well as here the measurement. If I consider here, so this particular point, the each 2 division I will consider. So this is 90 minus 180 and minus 270, and minus 180 will be the reference line. Okay. So this particular line will be the reference line, and if you check, total we have 10 divisions, and the distance between 90 to 180, that is we have 90 is the measured value, and the total division is 10, and each value will have 9 divisions. Okay, that is how you need to measure. Now when I check with the phase angle plot, when I substitute the omega as 0.1, the angle is minus 96. So omega as 0.1, so omega as 0.1, so I am getting minus 90, I somewhere here minus 96, this particular point as a first point. Let me measure. Okay, and when I substitute omega as the next one as a corner frequency we have, so then minus 146. So if I substitute 1, so we are getting it as minus 146. I will randomly mark. See, you need to measure each division. Okay, so somewhere here I will mark. Okay, let me take it a little bit, that is minus 90, somewhere here I will mark. Okay, this is done, and when I get when I substitute omega as 5, I am getting minus 213. So 5, so exactly 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is minus 213. I will mark here. So followed with when I substitute just a minute, 2 3 4 5, okay, that is done. Let us check the next value. When I substitute omega as 10 minus 237, so 10, so let me mark here. And finally when I substitute 100 minus 266, okay, somewhere I will mark, and here you need to plot the graph, okay. So from first point to the second, from here again, okay. When I substitute infinity, it will not cross minus 2, so let me stop here. So this particular plot is angle plot. Now here we need to measure following factors, that is given by, we need to measure omega g, okay, omega p, for next gain margin, phase margin, okay. We need to identify all these value. See our magnitude plot, okay, this is the magnitude plot. It will cross the 0 dB line. This particular value we call it as omega g, gain crossover frequency. And the same way we have, let me the phase angle plot, which will cross over minus this particular value, okay. So we call that as omega p, okay. So this identification I will let you know in the next class, how to identify omega g, omega p, gain margin, phase margin, okay. So let me continue here itself. I will complete this problem. I was about to discuss, so the magnitude plot will cross the 0 dB line, so that particular point we call it as omega g, and phase angle will cross the 180 degree line. We call this particular reference as omega p, that is phase crossover frequency. So very simple to measure. So you need to draw a construction line, okay, make it till down. So this particular point will be omega g, and same way if you mark down, this particular point will be omega p. So since I am using an irregular, because I have zoomed this, so if you draw with the help of semi-log graph, you will obtain omega g as around in between 1.4 rps, 1.4 rps, and omega p as 2.3 rps. And how to identify the gain margin and phase margin? Very simple, same construction line, it will intersect here. This particular distance will be the phase margin, and when you extend this particular to here, and with respect to 0 dB and the phase plot, we call this as gain margin, okay. So gain margin here, you need to consider the particular scale. So each scale will be having the respective divisions, and in phase margin each will have the particular divisions. So so here the gain margin, so each division you need to consider as a 2 dB, and for phase margin each division you need to consider as a 9 degree. So gain margin will be 7 dB around, okay, and the phase margin will be 18 degree, okay. And so based on the statement omega g, here it is less than omega p, okay. If you remember the polar plot, the same will be followed here. Both gain margin and phase margin are positive, we call system as stable, okay. uh, Let me show you a sketch where it will be helpful to understand uh, the particular plot, okay. Students, so please refer these three graph in order to determine whether given system is stable or unstable. If you see here, the first statement is omega gc should be less than omega pc, and both gain margin and phase margin positive, we call it as stable system. And if we are measuring gain margin and phase margin in between 0 dB and 180 degree, so it will be positive, okay. Whereas if you check here, some case we have omega gc greater than omega pc, both gain margin and phase margins are negative. That is, see, if we are measuring gain margin above 0 dB and below 180 degree, we call it as a negative, and we call this as unstable system. Sometimes what happens, omega gc will be equal to omega pc, both gain margin and phase margin will be 0, we call it as marginally stable system, okay. uh, if you see this this particular plot, let me share, okay. So this plot we call it as magnitude plot, and the below is the angle plot, okay. See, both plot will be drawn in the same semi-log graph, and we will identify the gain crossover frequency and phase crossover. See, this particular point is gain crossover, that is omega g, and this particular point is omega p. So the condition will satisfy omega g less than omega p, both gain margin and phase margins are positive, system is stable. So the same case has been identified here, okay. uh, so try the same using a semi-log graph. So thank you for attending this session. Have a good day.